Not at all. Hello. Welcome to No Particular Order Podcast. It is Thursday, September 19th. I am one of your hosts at Gladys L. Tyler on the platform formerly known as Twitter. And then my other host is.
Ralph. Sorry. I was waiting for a cue that was
That never
in
came.
my face, yeah.
Ralph from Other Robots. And then our other host, Shannon, is running just a little bit behind. So he'll be here momentarily. We're going to try to keep it to around 33 minutes or so. Talk a little bit about whatever, and then a little bit about the game tonight, which 6.5 points is crazy for the Jets because Patriots, hello, Gerard Mayo, have been playing. There have been some really, really good coaching going on like this year, like LaFleur with after
Oh
he lost
yeah.
Love, Clint Kubiak up in
Oh
down
yeah. Holy
down
shit.
in New Orleans, and Gerard Mayo, whoever is offensive defense, I'll give them credit.
It's funny too because there was this whole like mantra for like the last few years where it's like, oh, you need an offensive coach to like be good, especially if you have like a new quarterback coming in. I'm like, all these defensive coaches are doing really good, man. Antonio Pierce, like, I mean, he's working with a shitty roster, but he's doing pretty decent. D'Amico Ryans,
Yes, I totally forgot
Gerard
about
Mayo.
Gerard Mayo. And is Harbaugh considered an offense or a defensive coach?
I
The
think
Harbaugh
offense. He
in
used to be a
Michigan,
quarterback. I think offense because he used to be like a
which is
quarterback. So
that's really sad then because his offense sucks. Like
yeah.
J.K. Dobbins, which is probably if he can stay healthy through the whole season, that's like the greatest story ever. Because
Dobbins, right?
yeah,
It's so crazy to have like Greg Roman went from running the ball really well with John Harbaugh and then did the same thing with Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, let's not. Well, we could talk about the Ravens because the Steelers are in the lead in that division, so I'm okay with it. But I have lots and lots of Lamar Jackson, and I had lots of Tua too. It's both of them. I just can't. I can't take either one of them right now. Lamar, I who do I play? I don't know. What up, Shannon? Ooh,
Oh shit!
let's see.
Hey,
Ooh, I like that one or that one. Nope, we're not the armchair show. We're not doing that.
Hey,
That's
there
what
you
we'll
go.
do. There we go. And Shannon is outside enjoying the beautiful Denver day. It was nice today.
Yeah.
it was so nice yesterday and today.
Yeah, yesterday was really nice. Dom and I went for a little excursion, and then she ate her leash. So
Cool.
but not cool. It'd
I'm
be
gonna do
cool.
this. I'm doing this from my car. I just got done at the gym.
Ooh, okay. All right. You do you, Shannon. It's not cool. It's not cool. I can't. She's. I don't know if she's in her terrible twos because she'll turn 2 in December, but she's chewed up both my clogs for work. She chewed up my tennis shoes, which she hardly ever touches because they sit on a thing. And I came home and she had one of them. Today she had one of my boots, which don't ever touch my boots. Like, and I was like, no, Missy, and she dropped the boot. And then when I turned around, I saw her walking down the hallway with the boot in her mouth. It's like, I don't care what you say. I don't have to listen to you. I am Missy. That is my name. So I went and got this leash that I got is so heavy. It's like I don't know, maybe lead. I don't know what it is. It's like something that it's non-chewable and a harness for her. So when I can just grab her and pick her up like this when I want to, which is I'm
Oh,
so
jeez.
excited for. Dude, you don't understand. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. When I first got her, she loves harnesses. When I first got her, she had a harness.
Yeah.
Right now, and then she chewed through 2 of those. So I was like, all right, collar it is. But I swear to God, she's gonna snap her neck. Like I was surprised a couple times that she hadn't snapped her neck. I was like, Missy, her neck goes this way and I'm going that way. Like harness it is. Hello, Jesse Patterson. Beautiful, beautiful Jesse Patterson. All right. Hey, Kiki waiting. Hi, and hello, Jesse. How are you? We love you on here. We love to see you. All right. So today we're gonna try to go 33 minutes.
Starting
Right to
now.
number 3. No, starting at 5.
I know.
Starting at
I'm
5.
kidding. That was my question for the day. Can we go 3
That was your question of the day? All right. We have a question
Can
of the
we do
day. Ralph, do you want to go first on the question of the day?
No, come back to me.
Oh no.
Oh, no. All right. I'll go first on the question of the day. Who was your
Great.
first celebrity crush or sports crush?
Oh my gosh.
I
I
would-
think about this all the time.
Do you? Your
Yeah.
first? Who was your first?
Well, so I remember telling somebody at one point like my celebrity crush when I was a child, and I was wrong about who it was. And this is gonna sound away, but keep in mind, at the time, and still, she's a year older than me. So my family, because I'm of that age, well, part of my extended family, they had a closet full of movies that were recorded on VHSs, right?
Okay.
Along with just like VHSs. And one of those movies was The Professional, or Leon the Professional.
Ooh, I love that
Oh.
movie. God, I love that movie.
Yeah, it's incredible. I think it's on Netflix right now, in fact. Netflix has some bangers at the moment.
They do.
Brawl in Cell Block 99 and Shot Caller. And then my buddy didn't make me, but I watched both Lost Bullet 1 and 2, which are French films. And they
Okay.
do some things in there. Very interesting. I would suggest it. Either way, to get back to my point, I think it was Natalie Portman. Like,
That's-
she was 12 in that movie. I was 11. I should not have been watching that movie. Like, my mom would have been pissed had she known. But it was at, like, my brother-in-law's parents' house. And I could just watch whatever I wanted because no one was watching me. And Leon the Professional, I just remember, like, I was 11, like, when I saw that movie. I'm pretty positive. And I just remember being like, oh, yeah, I'm in love with this girl. Like, this girl looks like she's my same age.
She was
Practically
awesome in that movie.
And, like, so I think I really want to think that was my first real celebrity female crush. Male crush, probably Steven Tyler or Tommy Lee. Probably Tommy Lee, Dennis Rodman, because I just love those guys. That's my answer.
You do have a type then. That's like for the guys anyway. But Natalie Portman, she was awesome. I remember thinking, God, what a badass carrying that plant
Yeah.
around. Yeah, she was awesome in that movie. Gary Oldman, I think I fell in love with Gary Oldman in that movie because
He really sent it in the 90s. Like that and with
Yeah.
Dracula,
yes.
untouchable guy. Untouchable.
What was the one where he played Beethoven and he couldn't hear her when she told him that she was in love with him because he was deaf in one ear? That was
I don't remember, but I'm sure he banged it out of the park.
Gary Oldman was banks it out of the park. All right, Ralphie.
I don't know if I have any, to be honest. I don't really like watch a lot of sports like growing up, and like I just mostly watched like cartoons when I was a kid. I didn't really like know a lot of like celebrity stuff like that when I was growing up.
So did you have a cartoon crush? Hello, Ramon.
He
Ramon.
Really?
He means the girl from Goof Troop is what he meant. Like we all did. What are we talking about? Maybe that's a little too far out for you, Ralphie. Kim Possible.
I didn't watch that. I
What did you watch?
Simpsons
What
kind of
cartoons did you
You know
watch?
what I mean? Like
What kind?
Simpsons and like what else? I don't know. Hey
Wait.
Arnold and stuff like that.
I don't even know who Hey Arnold is, but The Simpsons I know.
love some Hey Arnold.
Oh, it's so good.
It's okay.
What about
So
you?
I here's the thing. I don't develop crushes on people. I develop crushes on their character. Hence, me only being attracted to Matt Crosby at the SB Awards. Dude, wait. Let me segue into this. Let me say this real quick. He gave an interview after the game that they just won. Who did they play? Jets? No. Who did they just beat?
The Ravens.
Yeah, the Ravens.
That's true. And he had the ugliest necklace thing going on around his neck, and I'm like, and I'm out.
Really? You got the ick from the necklace?
From the necklace, it was like 4 chains and like an emerald here, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, buddy? What
Emeralds
is
are
happening
pretty
right
cool.
now?
Emeralds are pretty cool.
They would have been if it was just an emerald. If he had just had like an emerald, it would have been way cool. But he had like a lot of shit going on right here. But
Yeah.
I still have the SB picture, so I'm okay. Like every now and then I can go back to that. So
I think it's funny that jewelry gave you the ick there.
what? Why is that funny? What up, Jamie? Why is that
I
funny?
mean, because jewelry's sick. I mean, I don't know. I mean, even bad jewelry, like whatever.
No, bad jewelry is
It doesn't.
bad jewelry.
It's not like his tattoos. It's not like it stays on him. You know.
His
don't know.
tattoos
I
are
don't know.
wonderful and miraculous on him. So
Yeah.
you're right,
You're
and
right.
he can take it off.
Even
But I
wear
think the jewelry, it's a choice. Like he
Yeah.
chose to put that on and go on camera. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
I make choices every day. Not
Yeah.
all of them smart.
yeah, I just want people to make smart choices. I don't think I can say that enough. Smart choices.
We're people. We can't help ourselves.
However, I can honestly say it may be Colin Farrell. Like consistently, no matter what he plays in, I
Mhm.
want him, except for the Penguin, of course, because
Mm.
good God, what they've done to his face. But
Yeah, but still it's cool. It's cool that it's Colin Farrell under there.
Yeah, the
I
great.
know it is cool that it's Colin, because I had no idea until I saw the thing that it was Colin Farrell. Like
Mhm.
that's some seriously good makeup.
All right, I've got my question.
Okay.
I'm going to go the other way.
Okay.
Which celebrity, sport or otherwise, gives you the ick? Like gives you the biggest, like irks you the most?
Irks me in like I don't want to hear them talk, or irks me because they're really bad.
All of it. Yes.
You go first, Rafi.
Oof. I kind of have to say Rodgers, man. That dude talks so much shit. He's won literally one game as a Jets quarterback, and he's like all he's done is like talk shit about the team, then say things like you guys need to start focusing on football, and then literally the next day says Jimmy Kimmel's on Epstein's plane and got a threat of the lawsuit, and it's like you have no fucking self-awareness, and you have his fanboys out there who will then go up to bat for him. It's like, well, he speaks his mind. Like speaking your mind isn't always a good fucking thing, man. What if someone has cancer and it's like, well, you shouldn't smoke those fucking cigarettes? Like keep that to yourself. You know what I mean? Like you're not always speaking your mind is good, and having impulse control is good. You know, you're not saying to be fake, but just know time and place, and just like shit like that, or the way he lies and stuff like that. Where he's like, yeah, I'm going to come back. My Achilles not so bad, like that. And then they have to cut someone for a roster spot. And he was like, so they can make room for him off the IR. And he's like, well, I never saw us coming back. You've been saying it for fucking 8 months, dude. What are you talking? Yeah, so Aaron Rodgers.
That's a good choice. I'm gonna have to go with. Dabo Sweeney.
Oh, I was going to say that too. I was like, what's she going to say? Dabo Sweeney? Yeah.
Dabo Sweeney should never ever open his mouth again. He should never. Dabo Sweeney, and I think everyone knows why it's Dabo Sweeney, because whenever I listen to Kendrick Lamar and this is not they're not like us, and the line in it where he's talking about, of course, not Dabo Sweeney, but he goes, "You're not a colleague, you're a colonizer." Dabo Sweeney's picture comes right in my head every fucking time.
Good. That's good.
He runs like a team, like a plantation owner kind of.
He
You know?
does. He really
reminds
does.
me of that. What was it the Texans owner? Can't let the inmates run the prison or something like that. You know what I mean?
Well, and Sweeney famously said, "Yeah, when they start making money on NILs, I'm gonna like not coach anymore." Is he still coaching? Yeah, Dabo.
Yeah, because you get millions of dollars to coach a fucking game for kids. You know what I mean? Like, of course, not gonna quit. You fucking clown.
Who's yours?
Okay.
Oh, I know who yours is. Go ahead.
Celebrity-wise, you know who my athlete is.
Yeah.
I've gone beyond enough. Celebrity-wise, I'm gonna say, well, two things I'm gonna say.
Okay.
First off, I watched this whole thing, like one of the Green brothers talk about like how to announce certain words or enunciate certain words or pronounce certain words. And the Gyllenhaals, Jake and Maggie, supposedly it's Gyllenhaal, not Gyllenhaal, but everybody just says it incorrectly. So that's just how you're supposed to say it. Maggie Gyllenhaal, I remember so vividly for whatever reason. I think because it was like a star-studded movie at the time, but Mona Lisa's Smile, never seen the movie. I'm not going to. Julia Roberts is in it, and so is Maggie Gyllenhaal. And I just remember thinking, I'm going to miss this one. I love Julia Roberts, up and down the board. But Maggie Gyllenhaal, I just cannot stand like whatever's going on with her. She and that girl from what's the rape show with Gilead where
What?
they wear the dresses?
Oh, Handmaid's Tale.
Yes. Those
Elizabeth
two
Moss?
women. Yes. Those two women, something about them, and it's not because they're like I view them as aesthetically challenged. It's something about them that I'm like the way their mouths move or something. I'm just like, I cannot
Aesthetically challenged. That is going to be my word for the next month.
I cannot deal with them. I don't know what it is. And then obviously my sports ick is Draymond Green.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. I should have said that. But no, I'm glad you said it actually.
He just,
That is mad good. That dude
He
talks
gets
so
under-
much shit. Especially at the podcast too. That's kind of well known. Like he'll go on a
He has a
game and
podcast?
lose, and yeah,
yeah.
he talks so much shit, dude.
That's my whole thing with him is that like people think he's so thoughtful, but I'm like, no man, this guy's a child. He is not thoughtful. Can't stand it.
It's like with the Kyrie thing. Where he's like, he's such a deep thinker, and I was like, all he ever says is, you shouldn't let people, opinions of you affect you. Something. I'm like, that's the millennial version of live, laugh, love, dude. That's such like a basic like thing that people say he's like a deep thing. I'm like, dude, that's not deep at all. Just because he's like, people have such a low bar for athletes where they think they're dumb. I'm like, no, athletes aren't all dumb, man. It's just like that's not so deep. Come on, man.
Which would
And
bring
some-
me to my celebrity, the Kardashians. Except for the mom. Like, you have to have mad respect for the mother, even though it's gross, like incredibly, incredibly gross. But she's built $1 billion empire off her kids.
Didn't she
Like-
hook up with OJ when her husband was defending him in court?
Probably. I mean, that
Probably.
is, but, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not one for having kids, but if I were, would I sell them to Disney? Yes. The answer is yes.
Just not Nickelodeon.
It's not.
You know what?
You heard about
It's-
that
it's-
that documentary they had?
You know what? I didn't watch it because I don't want to watch it. Stuff like that is just not for me.
Oh yeah, no.
And to add, there's this YouTube channel that posts like blocks of television from like way back when or whatever. And recently they uploaded a like 3.5 hour block of like Nickelodeon Snick Halloween specials. And let me tell you, it made me feel like I was 9 again. The first episode was one of my favorite episodes of all time, Adventures of Pete and Pete, their Halloween episode.
Oh yeah.
Break the record for most houses visited. Tremendous stuff. To circle back to the Kardashians on your pick, what marketing? Genius marketing there. They've done it. They probably do it better than anybody else will ever do it on that end. If you're going to have a sex tape made, I guess.
Okay, so I don't think it's them doing it, though. I think it's the mom. That's my whole thing. Like, I don't think Kim Kardashian is this brilliant genius marketer. I think her mom is this brilliant
Yes.
genius marketer.
Before
So-
she got famous, she was like
It's not the
Paris Hilton's
mom that I
assistant.
have a problem with. It's the Kim Kardashian and whatever the other ones, Chloe and blah, who want people to believe that. Just give your mom props. Say, hey, my mom's a genius. I wouldn't be
Yeah,
here
there's-
without her.
Yeah, there's absolutely a machine behind this.
Yeah.
Which it is wild to me that like people like that are celebrity, right?
Right.
Now it's the kind of
Oh,
the norm, you know what I mean? Like it started with Deb. Now you have like whole generation of people who are just trying to be influencers. By the time they turn 18, they make an Instagram, they just start like posting stuff and like just doing ads and stuff. And it's like it's crazy, man. Like if it wasn't, I feel like if it wasn't for them, that wouldn't be such a normalized goal that like everybody has instead of like, I'm not saying everybody has to go to college or like something like that, but like nobody has a lot more practice. They want to avoid that. So they like, as soon as they're like legal, they can just start like exploiting themselves, which is crazy because like, nowadays everybody's talking about like, wow, kids are getting exploited, yada, yada. I'm like, we should really be questioning why we have a culture where kids want to exploit themselves. You know what I mean? It's not like people just grabbing them up and forcing them. Like a lot of these kids are like fucking exploiting themselves and people are taking advantage of that because that's the kind of culture we have now.
Yeah, and I guess it's no surprise that that's how things have gone. However, and like, here or there on how it being good or bad, I don't think it's great because like not everybody can be an influencer or whatever. And the thing that I think people mistake, especially is when you're younger, is that, you don't want to be rich and famous. You want to be rich. Like,
Right.
No, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
being wealthy is like the answer to a lot of things.
Yeah.
But being famous, on the other hand, is
Yeah.
tough, and not everyone can deal with that by any means. And like even recently, like Chapel Rowan, like obviously she's been making music for years now. However, she's now really famous, and she's not dealing with it all that well. It seems like she's struggling with it, right?
I mean, it's and it's a lot of attention on you that
But I'm gonna
is
say, like,
unwarranted.
why do
Regardless
something
of
like
what you're
this if
doing.
you don't want the attention? I mean, it's not like a secret. It's gonna happen. It's like being like a football player and you get to NFL and you're like, wow, there's a lot of people who are like looking at me. And I was like, you knew this was gonna happen, though. I never really feel bad about celebrities who are like, oh, it sucks to be famous at them. Like, but you knew this was like where this was gonna go, probably. You know what I mean? Like, it's like,
Well, I think
what
it
are you
depends.
surprised
Like,
for?
the people that I think that are like serious about their craft, that are serious about wanting to do good and aren't doing it just for the fame, I feel bad for them. I feel bad for athletes who work their whole entire life to get to the NFL or to get to the NBA. That's all they've done. I mean, do they necessarily understand that the whole world is going to decipher every fucking move they make? Probably not. It's not probably something that enters into your thought because you're working on going to the gym, eating the right thing, doing it. You know what I mean? You're not thinking, oh, when I become, the quarterback for whatever, everyone's eyes is going to be on me. I think that as the culture goes, it's something that they understand. But I don't think like 10 years ago, athletes that was a thing. Like I honestly can say that when I was in college, if they had the social media that they have now, my fucking mom would have killed me. Like she would have come to Penn State, grabbed me by my head, and just like dragged me home, walking the whole way back to Kentucky. It's not something that it's not necessarily something that you think is normal. You know what I mean? I don't think that people who are serious about their craft, who are serious about wanting to get to a certain destination, if it's not like a fame destination, like wanting to excel at what they do, I don't think that is a thought they think about. I mean,
I think for the art, for like music and stuff like that, it's more common. Like for football stuff like that, you kind of like just more structured to it, stuff like that. But I feel like with something like music or like acting, like a lot of people do it for fame. You know what I mean? Or it's like,
well, yeah.
or
I
they
mean,
do
I think
expect
there are
that kind of thing.
people
Like, that's part of the appeal for them.
But I
but
think
not realizing what all comes with it, I think too.
True. I think they might like overestimate like how much in the clear they might be. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, exactly. I do understand that.
yeah. I mean, like yeah. I mean, and I'm the only person in the world who hasn't seen Colin Farrell's sex tape, which makes me very sad in all my girl places.
I didn't even know you had one.
Oh, apparently it's really good. Apparently he has a really, really good one.
The cinematography is on point.
Let me show you my surprise face that it's really good. Not surprised. Not surprised.
Exactly. And I've had
wait, are you sure you're not talking about the movie Miami Vice?
yeah, I'm sure.
Because that is a sex tape. That whole movie's a sex tape.
Yeah, but what's his face kind of and he doesn't have the accent. I love Colin Farrell with the Irish accent.
That's fair.
And the Miami accent, come on now. I mean, all right, you're good, you're great with accents, but give me the Irish accent every single day of my life, and I would be a happy person. I wouldn't even have to like see him physically. He could just call me and start talking, and I'd be like, okay, I'm good, bye.
I do like an Irish accent. New Zealand or Australian is my absolute favorite, but Irish is up there.
New Zealand, Australian are pretty good too. They would be right close behind. Ralphie, question?
Yeah, beaches or mountains?
Mountains.
Really?
It's not a dumb question. It's pretty good.
No, it wasn't a dumb question. I really thought that. Didn't you just come from the beach?
Yeah, but I'm not a beach guy. Like if I go to the beach, I need drugs. I need a surfboard. I'm not doing that. I'm not just sitting on the beach all day being okay with it. Like at least if I go to the mountains, I'm like camping, or skiing or something like that sort, right?
Right.
Like the beach, just sitting around all day, like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Not my favorite thing. Have I been to the beach more than mountains? Probably. But it's because I used to live by a beach,
See, I'm not particularly fond of the outdoors. So
And I like looking at mountains. Like if I'm just driving by,
yeah,
a beach,
looking at mountains is cool.
like
But
just
looking
look
at a beach is cool too. If I'm driving by
Yeah, but
the
with
water.
the beach, it's not as peaceful. Maybe because I grew up in New York, and when you're on the beaches there's like a bunch of like other like Latinos blasting music and shit like that, so you can't really like relax. But like mountains, yeah. I mean, for me personally, the idea of just like going somewhere to
Could
sit
I-
around and be hot is not fun.
can I introduce you to Floribama? It's a little bit, I've hung out on some beaches in Floribama before. That's quite the experience.
I don't know that I would choose. I guess I would choose the mountains because I could be more secluded. I would have,
Mhm.
and it'd be less people, and I don't necessarily have to camp out. I could have like a little cottage. The mountains. I'm gonna go mountains because it's. I am not aesthetically challenged. I am people challenged. Like people make my head hurt a lot.
That is a big part of like the decision too.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah.
if I'm
I'm
choosing
gonna
like a mountain home or a beach home, mountain home. Baby.
Oh yeah, beach home be underwater in like 3 years.
go. So I'm guessing you're choosing the mountains too, Ralphie.
Yeah, I just like being more active and stuff like that. Because if I want to lay around, I can lay around at home and be more comfortable and like without people
Yeah.
around, without as much noise, you know. But at least
Yeah.
when you go to mountains, you're doing something like that. There's like there's some sense of like accomplishment, I guess.
Mhm.
Like you feel like you
Even
did
that-
something if you hiked up a mountain.
Yeah. People. Yeah, the ones with the least amount of people. Hey, Jamie, if you're still in the chat, Ralphie has a parlay that I want you to look at. Jamie is our parlay person. Like Jamie does the craziest parlays and wins them for
Oh,
his
nice.
games. Yeah. So if you're still in the chat, let me know, Jamie, and we will go over Ralphie's parlay for tonight's game, which we should probably do for the last 3 minutes of the podcast. So it's the New England Patriots versus the New York Jets. Yay! 6.5 point 6.5 point favorite are the Jets at home. Patriots 38-5 is like I don't even know when to watch this game. 38-5 is the over under. Like that means no one's scoring. So, which is kind of weird for if Aaron Rodgers is who he professes to be. That's an extremely low score. They are not predicting New York to score many points, which is good.
We're picking against the Jets, right? I mean, that's like their
Yeah,
what was the thing? The third game in 11 days or something like that?
Oh, shit, yeah.
Was he crying about that too?
I don't know, but I mean, he's almost 40 and 3 games in 11 days.
Yeah, that dude cannot move anymore.
Okay, yeah. I was picking it just on principle, but yeah, that sounds good.
Right? I mean, right? I think that's right. I don't know.
I think that's as good as excuse as any.
And did the Patriots change to that rookie quarterback?
No, not yet. Drake May? No.
I didn't think so.
It's still Jacoby Brissett, who I love. I love Jacoby Brissett. I hope he stays. I hope he wins lots and lots of games because everyone's like, Jacoby Brissett, he's so bad and he's terrible. He's not terrible. He's not a terrible quarterback at all. He like balled out when he was in Cleveland. Everyone forgets when they do good. They just remember when people do bad.
And look at Cleveland now. Those fucking claps.
Dude, seriously.
I gotta say that so far this season, I mean, I know things will change because teams are just gearing up, whatever. But Houston and the Saints being where they are makes me sick.
Saints are like the best team in the league, man. I saw some rankings where they were like 9th. I was like, bro, they look like better than anybody. What are you talking about?
I just don't like Houston.
You don't like Houston or you don't like the Saints?
I don't like either. I think I told this story, but I was like dating this girl. The Saints beat the Colts in the Super Bowl, and we just like didn't talk, and we never ended up dating again. I mean, we ended up talking again, and we're friends. But like after that, I was like,
"That's some serious."
She's like from New Orleans. Her whole family was like, whatever. We were like texting near the game. I'm like, whatever, cutesy shit. And they fucking won, and I just couldn't stomach it anymore. I bought her like Valentine's Day flowers too. I just left them out in the cold. It's not good, man. And that's why I don't watch. And that's why I'm not invested anymore. When people are like, "Oh, like you don't watch sports that much anymore," I'm like,
"No."
Let me give you the reasons why. I have more than that. There's more reasons than that. It's terrible.
That is kind of like I love sports. I don't think I take them that serious. I mean, I take them seriously because I bet on them and because I write about them. But I don't. Again, it's the people thing. I don't really talk to people about sports because it kind of it's
Bro,
annoying.
lazy takes are the worst things about sports. When someone's
Yeah.
just like, "Oh, you can't bet on so and so. They're doing bad. They're terrible." I'm like, "But they've been doing really good this year." Like you're basing this off of like 5-year-old memes, basically. You know?
Mhm.
Yeah, and I don't like it that people take personal shots at players. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
Like these
Caleb
people.
Williams gets it really
Huh?
bad.
like if I was Bryce Young's mom, I'd like be bitch slapping so many people that it would hurt. My hand would hurt.
Dude,
Well,
I see people criticize what's his name, Caleb Williams, and they say like all kind of pocket things like this is why you can't have single mothers racing kids. This is why nail polish. I was like,
This is
holy
why
shit,
a
dude.
man
What?
shouldn't wear nail polish. This is why, like when he cried after losing because he realized this is why you
Yeah.
shouldn't order. Look, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Just
But then if
shut
someone
up.
will say they don't give a shit, then that gets flack. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah,
you know,
right.
yeah.
The thing that's wild to me is that these athletes are doing things that, like, you know, most everyone dreams of. Like, we're just not even going to be capable of things. And it's like just shitting on them. Like, and you're saying this from your
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. And I want to see the dude that I remember the fight in Indiana when the guy threw. Who did he throw it at? He threw the cup of
Malice
ice.
at the Palace, the basketball
Yes.
one?
No.
Yeah, with Ron
Was that the
Artest.
Palace?
Yeah,
Was it Ron Arquette?
Yeah.
Ron Artest.
Ron
Yeah.
Okay,
Artest.
first of all,
Let it world
that's
peace.
just a bad choice. Like
That's
it
not
was Ron
pretty-
Arquette.
pretty
That's
after
just a
that, I
bad.
think.
Who, out of all the players in the league, Ron Arquette's going to go into the stands. That is just a bad, poor choice right there. You should have been beaten for the choice that you made. It's okay. Like people think they can do shit like that and say
Oh,
shit
yeah.
like that.
Especially because NBA.
What
like,
have you done?
can't
I'm sorry.
compare.
You played high school football and you
Mhm.
were on the bench. Yeah, I think you're totally qualified.
Yeah, to be clear, I don't like Draymond because of what he says, not because of the player. The player, wow, what a
Yeah.
thing he's done for himself.
Remember when Trubisky first got to Chicago and they went to the playoffs and they lost on like a missed field goal kick, or whatever? And all the fans were like, how the fuck you missed that, yada, yada. So the Bears had open tryouts for some fans to make that same kick and no one came even close.
Yeah.
That was great.
See, that's awesome. That's what should
Yeah, all right,
happen.
come on, you come here. You guys try it.
Yeah, come here and try it.
People say the
You
worst
do
like
this.
NBA player would cook
Yeah.
anybody in like the gym, basically. Even
Well,
the
that's
worst
the thing.
NBA
Like,
player.
I love those memes where it's like we should have like a normal person at the Olympics trying to do what these other people are doing, and the whole like Brian Scalabrine thing where he had like an open call, and guys would be like, "Yeah, Brian Scalabrine is the worst NBA player," which he was not the worst NBA player because he got playing time. And there's guys in the league that didn't get playing time.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like so funny that like people are like, "Yeah, he's the worst." I'm like, "No, this dude played, and like, yeah, he came off the bench, but there's some guys on the bench that never played at all, you know." And they're like, "Yeah, I can take this guy," and he just has an open call. These motherfuckers. Like,
People came.
Yeah,
People,
I'll send you the video.
please do because, that's no, and no, and
Yeah, it's great.
yeah. Okay. All right. Oh, so close to our 33
We
minutes.
did it. We did it.
We did it. All right. Power teen words. Ralphie.
Mhm.
Parting words. Other Robots music going to be at Alamo. Sloan Lake,
Friday,
1st.
November 1st. Sometime in the evening. Just kind of show up and we'll see if I'm playing.
I think the Warriors, which is a movie that I absolutely adore, is playing.
Oh,
there
hell
now
yeah.
because they're doing
Is that Alamo?
Yeah, it's playing
Right
the
now?
20th, the 20th, the 23rd, and the 25th.
Oh, I'm going to go check that shit out.
You
So-
dig it?
The park that he started off in, where the guy gets shot,
Uh-huh.
my middle school is up the street from there. That's Van Cortlandt Park. That's where you go to settle like the fights and shit.
And they did.
That's the one shot last time for the one train, and my school was
Yeah.
like a bit more up there by like something else, Lehman High School or something like that. But yeah, that's like my school was.
We've all heard of school shootings, Ralphie. This is America.
No, there ain't no school shootings in New York.
I know.
That's
That's a joke.
Uh,
That's a joke.
All right, parting words, channel. Oh, sorry. Was there worm mouth? I'm sorry.
no,
Oh, parting words,
Are both
channel.
of those events at the Alamo? Is that what we said?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Sunday the 29th, I believe, not this Sunday, the next Sunday. There's a pop-up event at the Olive Tiger downtown, the salon/cocktail lounge that I work at. So if you're in the service industry of any sort. Doesn't matter if you are a server or you cut hair. You're invited.
Wait,
Olive
where's
Tiger?
this place? Yeah, where's this
The
place?
Olive Tiger.
And it's downtown?
Yep.
And what is this? What's the event again? I missed the whole part. I kind of spaced out
It's
for a
like-
second. I'm sorry.
It's a service industry pop-up. So it's just like it's for service industry people to just come by, hang out, maybe get some Botox, get a blowout, get a cocktail, whatever you want to do.
The 29th?
Mm-hmm.
Sunday 29th. What
Yep.
time? All day?
I want to
Okay.
say it's 11 to 6, but it could
All
be more than that.
But 11 it starts for sure.
Yeah.
Like,
But it's for
okay.
service industry people. So again, if you serve in any kind of capacity, you're invited.
Yay. All right. If I liked people, I would probably go. That sounds awesome. I have I have an article coming out on Gridiron if I get to it. And I have to because he pays me.
And that's due tomorrow.
Tomorrow at noon. I've already started it though. Although it's on Sleeper article and I had Caleb Williams and then I'm looking at stats and I'm like, that might not be the best choice for a sleeper quarterback. Then I wanted to go to Gardner. Then I wanted to go to Gardner Minshew and I wrote about him last week and I'm like, oh, Caleb it is. So I've have to gerryman stats to make Caleb look like a good sleeper choice, which we know Caleb is going to ball out soon. Like
Yeah.
you want to get ahead of that. You know he's going like he's too good not to.
Mm-hmm.
Shane Waldron, however, should probably just stop offensive coordinating.
They need a whole new coaching staff, man. They're not
Yes.
a typical staff, but I don't know. I don't think Eberflus
Ah.
is very good.
Yeah. So,
I'm a Minshew fan. That dude, he fucks.
Dude.
Yeah, people
He
say he's
always
garbage,
looks so
but really.
good, regardless of facial hair. He just looks. He's
did
always
you
pretty.
see him and Max Cosby at the game?
Oh,
Uh-uh.
Like when he threw the second interception, Max Cosby goes up to him and he's talking to him, and you can tell that he's being encouraging, but he's like
Yeah.
hitting him in the chest too because it's Max Cosby. And so they asked Max Cosby what he said. He's like, ask Minshew. And so they asked Minshew. And he's like, oh no, man. He was telling me he wanted that Washington State Minshew come out because that's the dog that he likes. And I'm like, see, that's the Max Cosby that I want to team. That's the one with the chains. That's the one I want. He was like, no, he was like encouraging to me. He was like, he's the greatest. And then he said, but last year when he tackled me, called me a pussy and told me to get up off the ground. When I played for another team, but now he wants that Washington State guy. I'm like, oh, things I could do with that man. All right, so we will see you. That's what.
That's
That
sports.
next. We will see you next week at 5 p.m. 33 minutes of unadulterated talk and fun. Thank you, Jesse Patterson. Thank you, Ramon. Thank you, Jamie. Even though you left early, apparently he bounced. Jamie's probably so stoned right now that he didn't even hear me tell. So before the game, but thank you guys and whoever joins later. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button. We will see you next week. And Jesse Patterson, I haven't forgotten that you didn't tell us your celebrity crush. And Ramon, I haven't forgotten that you didn't tell us your celebrity crush. So if you could write it in the comments, if you feel safe enough to do that, please do so. I appreciate it.